Hi folks, my name's Cory Battey and this is my beautiful wife Carolyn Ramseur, and you're going to hear us in a little bit singing some music, but we first wanted to talk about our program a little bit and why we chose it. So we chose to start with the only aria of the program, and I'll let Carolyn talk a little bit about that.
So it's a quick start, and usually is something that I bring into the room first, grabs everybody's attention. In fact, that's what my character, Urbain, is trying to do. This is from Meyerbeer's Les Huguenots, and Urbain is a noble page boy who has been tasked with sending a message to a room full of knights and noblemen, which can be kind of difficult, so he finds it very frustrating.
So this aria shows one of the mezzo-soprano's main things that they do, which is called pants rolls. And so she's playing a man, which is very common. And Meyerbeer composed in the great grand opera French tradition, so you hear a lot of great coloratura, a lot of fast notes, a lot of high notes, so it's a lot of fun. And then we chose to do a set of 3 German songs of some varying eras. And so we began with Richard Strauss's Ich trage meine Minne, which is, it's a piece likely dedicated to his wife, and if you look at the poetry, and I highly encourage you to do so, it's really heartfelt, but not overly sappy, which I really enjoy about Strauss. And then we go back a while to one of the originators of German Lieder or art song, which is Franz Schubert. And so we have his Die Liebe hat gelogen, which is quite the opposite.
Very heartbreaking.
Yes, so it goes from wonderful love, how in love I am and how much I love being in love, to the opposite, the depths of despair.
The betrayal.
Yes, and you can certainly hear it in the music. Finally, we decided to end with one of our favorite pieces that I'm sure you've heard of, Schubert's An die Musik, which is an ode to art and to music. And after the German set, we get to Claude Debussy's Fête Galante, Book 1. And this is an incredible piece of music written kind of in his middle period, the 1890s, where he was just really hitting his stride. And he was a lover of poetry, more so than many of his peers. And this particular poet, Verlaine, look him up, he's quite the character. But in his earlier days, he was so inspired by the paintings of Watteau in the Rococo period, 100 or so years prior, 100, 200 years. And Rococo paintings of Watteau, he would paint these courtly outings, fête galante, of these people in a Versailles-type outdoor garden setting in their biggest fineries. And so it's an interesting juxtaposition of being outside in the outdoors while also having Versailles ball gowns and things like that. And so you can almost see the paintings as Watteau painted them, and as Verlaine's poetry interpreted them, and as Debussy's music interpreted them both. And so the first piece, which one is that? En Sourdine, Muted. It's about this couple as night is falling, and they're speaking to each other with words of love. And you can almost picture them in this outdoor calm setting as dusk is falling. And the next one is completely different. It's about the entertainment of these courtly outings, and it's Fantoche, about these puppets, specifically the Commedia dell'arte, which is popularized in operas like Pagliacci, where you have these different clown-type characters, and you can definitely hear their characters in the piece. Finally, Clair de Lune, the clear of the moon, the moonlight, is this wonderful meditation on these people who seem to be having a good time, but you can really see that they're not, and there's something beneath their masks. And so it's got kind of a hidden melancholy in there. And then finally, we decided to close with one of our favorite Italian art songs by Italian composer Mercadante. He was a contemporary of Rossini and Bellini, and he composed in the great Italian bel canto tradition, but you can hear in his music the kind of underlying passion that's going to come with Verdi and Leoncavallo and then eventually Puccini, and it's one of our favorite pieces.
Yeah, it's something that was given to me when I first started taking lessons many years ago, and I kind of put it away. Since it has become just something that really brings joy. It's about the star, or when you're outside and you see just one beautiful star that resonates with you, that brings you peace and solace, and you feel like it's there for you. So that's why this song is for the star.
And finally, we just want to thank you for giving us
Yes.
this opportunity. We had a ton of fun putting this together, and Lord knows we haven't had many opportunities to perform. And so thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and we hope to do something like this again. So thank you.
Enjoy.